Yeah, it was the worst ever. I was like, I hate the fact that we're doing this. Like, I don't want any of this.
Yeah, I can absolutely see that.
Yeah. So a lifetime of that, I could care less about any holiday ever. So yeah, and I feel okay with that. Okay. It feels really nice and not to worry about that.
What about Juneteenth? This isn't weird. This nigga don't know what classes tomorrow.
It's just straight.
Is that a big thing for you? Like, are you religious with getting your nails done?
These are $9.99 from Walgreens.
That is okay. The question still stands.
Yeah, well, no, I say that to say that no, because I just buy them when I get off work sometimes. So Walgreens if I have time.
So so you don't it's not like I got to do this like every 3 weeks, once a month type of thing.
I will say I absolutely love getting my nails done.
Okay,
I love it. I used to do it for years. I just realized after quarantine that it was just a waste of money. For myself, in my eyes.
You love to get your nails done, but you also hate getting your nails done.
Well, I love it because I love what a fake nail could look like. I also have, I think, way too good of attention to detail. So I've only been completely pleased twice in the hundreds of nails that I've gotten done, and I'm okay with that.
Got you.
But last time, so I got my nails done maybe 3 months ago. They were great. I gave them like a 95%. Which is awesome. I'm super okay with that.
Have you ever given anyone 100%?
Yes, twice.
Oh, those 2 times.
Yeah, just 2 times. But anyways, I went back the second time and I got another person and they were the worst nails I've gotten done in my life.
Damn.
And I had to let them know that.
Oh.
Yeah, and I've never felt compelled to do that in the slightest ever in my life. And they were just, they were horrific. Like, she hurt me.
Damn.
Yeah, it was just, it was like a catastrophe.
Did she draw blood?
She hurt me.
Damn.
Yeah, she did. She filed my nails down on the side, literally to just like the core of my nail bed.
To the white
it was
meat.
just really bad. So after that, I got discouraged. And I bought the things to make them myself. It just takes too much time. It's so convenient to have someone else do it.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely convenient. And, isn't that what life is about? Just paying for convenience.
Some things.
All those things are so nice. I like pedicures. I like manicures.
Yeah.
I like haircuts.
Haircuts. They mean a lot.
Those are extremely therapeutic.
Are you still cutting your own hair?
Yeah, it's not the same.
Of course it's not.
Well, no, I don't even mean clearly just as far as skill set goes. I don't even mean that. Because to me, the crispiness is cool, but I don't care about it being super crispy. You know me. I don't, as long as I cut it down and I can shape it up and it look decent. That's fine.
Right.
But it is the therapeutic sense that you get of just sitting in a chair
and just having somebody just zoom.
It's nice. Mm-hmm. Back when I used to have the long hair and I would get my hair washed in a salon and then we just have some nice black lady in there with her long ass nails, just just scratching your scalp. That was the best thing ever. Yeah, those maintenance things are huge. Pedicures are big. I love soaking the feet. I love them taking whatever sort of cheese grater type of materials or tools they have to just sort of scrub off all the dead skin.
I be fitting to die when they be doing that shit.
Is it because are you laughing or is
yes, it's like
you're trying to
I'm trying to
contain yourself.
Yes, I'm trying to contain myself, combat whatever that feeling is. Yeah. It's I don't know. It's as much as we walk on our feet, that area is so sensitive. Yeah. Niggas be on their feet all the time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And we don't show it enough love as it ought to because of the fact that we walk on them all the time. We be treating feet like shit.
They're nothing.
And a lot of things can be replaced. Knees, hips. Niggas don't get new feet. They don't. You don't.
Still getting your knees and your hips replaced sounds crazy.
Well, you know what? Something I learned recently is that hip replacements a lot of times can be fatal. People that get their hips replaced. Yeah. A lot of times, it's almost I'm not saying it's literally like an organ, but a lot of people that get their hips replaced, it's it doesn't sync well
correctly, yeah,
and they can die. A hip replacement is a really, really serious surgery.
Do you know what they replace it with?
I don't know, some carbon fiber shit, some Iron Man shit.
Yikes.
Yeah, I could have swore recently we had heard that having a bunch of like screws and a bunch of like weird metals and stuff in your body through time can definitely like corrode inside of your body. Worked for
Eli Lilly, I think.
Yeah, and then you're squeaking as you're walking, and just like because you're just like put together by nuts and bolts and shit like that.
Need some WD-40.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how it works. But going back to the therapy though of it, you just got your hair cut, but this is unacceptable.
Oh yes, Keion, we gotta talk about this.
Okay.
This shit is unacceptable.
No. I get that. I totally get that. I don't know if this saves the day. But it was free.
Okay. It had to be free. Okay. Keion's barber, by the way, showed up 45 minutes late to the appointment.
And Keion had to call him.
Yeah, and you had to reach out to him.
Yes.
Which is unacceptable.
No, it absolutely is. But unless he told me that he wasn't going to be able to make it, I was not going to go back to Maryland without a haircut.
How did so how did it becoming free come to fruition?
He walked in and said, "Hey, what's up, Key?" And I'm gonna get back to that. He was like, "Hey, what's up, Key?" And he was like, "Man, I'm sorry I'm late." He was like, "Yo, it's on me." You know what I'm saying? He was like, "You just hit me like a little tip." And he was like, "But the cuss on me." And I was like, "All right, that's cool."
Oh,
but you didn't.
I'm sorry.
You didn't like that he asked for a tip.
Me for a tip.
Look.
I don't know if I can give him the haircut now because he kind of messed it up.
Damn, for real? Like you wouldn't.
You're 45 minutes late. I have to call you. The least you could do is give me a free haircut. The least.
But you wouldn't. Hold on. You wouldn't give a tip, or you?
I would give a tip. But
you don't like him asking for the tip. Okay.
That is so tacky.
I completely understand.
Yeah.
I completely understand that. But myself, even if he didn't ask, I would have probably still gave him something.
Oh, I would have.
Yeah, she's saying she would have too. She just thinks that the actual ask of him,
I get that,
was like a tacky
I guess maybe
move.
he just felt like we were cool enough that he could ask me that.
He also has been getting his haircut from him for like 10 years.
Yeah, he's been cutting my for honestly, he been cutting my hair since I was like 18, so it's like 14 years.
Wow.
Yo,
of haircuts.
That's craziness.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
So, he probably felt comfortable enough doing that.
Yeah, be like, come on, man, throw me a tip.
And I didn't feel like he was crazy for saying it.
Okay.
So
that does help.
But I understand. Because if it was somebody like, what was that?
Your headphones on the ground?
Oh, shit. Yeah, I mean, if he was like maybe, I'm searching, like I'm forever searching for a Maryland barber, but let's say it was like a Maryland barber who'd maybe only been cutting my hair for like 3 months. Yeah, I would have felt the exact same way as you.
Yeah.
Because that would have been different.
You don't have that sort of camaraderie for you to be like.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, no, I used to travel an hour and 15 minutes to get my haircut once I moved here. Because that's when I had my other short haircut. And I was really scared of finding a new person because if they mess it up, there's not that much room to work with. Because I have 3 different angles in my hair, and that's pretty scary. And she was notorious for showing up like 15 minutes late. I would bring a book every single time.
You were you just knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, but then it got to the point, it's like, all right, I can't just do this. Or cancel the day before. And it takes,
He's never canceled on me.
Yeah.
Sometimes he'll be late. Sometimes there's someone in the chair when I get there and I still got to wait like 15 minutes for him to finish that haircut.
That does happen sometimes.
But he's never canceled and said, "Hey, I can't, something came up. I can't do it." Like, not that I can remember. So
yeah, well,
the best track record.
One of my last barbers skipped town on me and just went to Texas.
He didn't know.
Y'all wasn't tight.
Yeah, no,
y'all wasn't tight.
I just couldn't find him on the app anymore. The little Booksy app that I use, the book appointments at the place. Couldn't find him there. Went to the place. Was like, "Hey man, what happened to so and so?" He's like, "Oh yeah, he live in Austin now or something."
Austin.
I was like, "Oh." Okay.
Let me tell you about these apps. So. One of the barbers that I was using in Maryland, he uses this app called The Cut. And you go on there, you type in his name or his little handle or whatever, and it comes up and you You just pick what type of haircut you want. There's even an option for him to come to you. You know what I'm saying? Obviously that costs more, but there's a lot of different options in there. What I don't like, and I don't know if all apps are like this, but what I didn't like is you have to pay in the app ahead of time. And I'm just like, for someone that doesn't like, and don't get me wrong, there are pictures on the app of his haircuts. Sure, that's fine. That's great. Everybody's head's different though. You know what I'm saying? Those pictures look really nice, but maybe you've been cutting those people's hair for like 5 years and your technique with that particular person is good. You know what I'm saying? Like you have a great technique with that person. You know what you're doing with that particular head.
Is it a deposit or a full
No,
payment?
it's the whole shebang. And another thing that I didn't like, and this isn't, really a true complaint because it just is what it is. But like the haircuts are just like, it was like, I pay $40.
Including
the tip.
Oh, wow.
With my VA barber. But out there, it was like $48, no tip, no tip yet, plus like a $1.50 fee for using the app. So after it's all said and done, I'm
like
paying
$60.
I'm paying almost $60 and the nigga ain't even cut my hair yet.
That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, no, see, the Booksy app that I would use, I did have to, it seemed like it was, it would tell me exactly that it was verifying my payment.
Yes.
So it seemed like I was paying then. And I clearly never ran a credit card after that, even when I went to the shop to get my haircut. So I paid on the app, but it was mostly because there was a cancellation fee of like $10 or something like that. So you're not wasting time. You're not booking up time and then you can just leave whenever you want to. No, you're going to have to pay that cancellation fee. So that's been my account with it.
Yeah.
But I'm also, if I'm going to pay, I'm just going to go and I'm going to get my haircut as well.
Hold on. What do you mean?
Like if I'm paying through the app, like if I pay through the app, I'm just going to go get my haircut. So regardless, you're saying, and he hasn't even cut my hair yet. It's like, yeah, but you're paying for it. You're going to get your haircut. Yeah. Even if you got your haircut first, you're paying afterwards. Like you're going to pay.
I know that. However, what I'm saying is that, I'm, and maybe this is just a me thing, but I'm out here looking for a barber. I don't, I'm hoping that it's going to be the way that I want it to be. Obviously, I'm still bringing my ass out here to get my hair cut. I haven't been back to that guy, so it wasn't up to my standards.
Yeah.
And then I got to pay ahead. I don't even know if I'm going to like it.
And if you didn't like the haircut, you're still going to pay for the haircut, is what I'm saying.
Okay, I know. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, and haircuts are one of those things where it's very, very difficult to just get up mid haircut because you see something you don't like and be like, I'm sorry, bro, I can't do this.
Nah, you
but
can't
that's something I've done in a massage parlor though. And I just got a massage the other day, and she was top notch.
That's awesome.
But I've gotten one before that though. She was some new woman in there I'd never seen before, and I knew I shouldn't have let her go in that room with me.
That sounds crazy.
I knew it, but she was terrible. She was so dainty with all of the ways she was trying to touch my body. I'm like, that's not what I need. Like, I need you to touch my body. Put your fucking hand. Yeah, like I need like you to grab. Like this other woman the other day, she was rubbing my scalp. Doing that thing she do, she they put both of your thumbs in the middle of your head and they just rub it all the way down. They doing that, scratching my whole head. She's pulling on my neck. The pulling of the neck is one of my favorite.
It's amazing
techniques. Just like you just stretching your neck out in a way that you don't normally get. It's fucking great. But
I have had 2 professional massages in my entire life. The first one scarred me. Not literally, but so I went to like this little spot. And it's funny because like I had like smoked beforehand thinking like, yeah, I'm gonna smoke. I'm gonna go get this massage and I'm gonna just be relaxed. I'm gonna be in whatever feels better than heaven.
Yes.
That's where I'm gonna be.
Yes.
But I went in there and like, it was one of those, like the massage, it was my first massage. So like, even though you know what a massage is, I didn't quite know what to expect.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I go in there and it's like this, this Asian guy. He's the masseuse. And I don't know if he was just heavy handed, but it just didn't feel good to me. and you want to know what threw me off though? Like, I don't think that he was doing this, but I swear it just felt like some Looney Tune ass shit. Like he was just, some of this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it didn't feel like
it's just some Looney Tunes.
Yeah, just some, just imagine.
Well, the chopping motion that you're doing on your back is like it's a real technique that they use
to break up your muscles and move stuff around in a gentle way.
I didn't know any of that, but
I mean that's what makes sense to me.
Oh, she just made that up too.
For sure. But because you're not targeting like a specific area. It's not a specific.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. You might be onto something there.
All right.
Anyways.
No, I don't know. Moving muscles around. I feel
like it just it breaks up the muscles a bit.
Think about when you are trying to tenderize meat.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking of what she's saying. Just tenderizing the back meat.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. All right.
I don't know anything. I just said that.
Sure. I mean, I guess there are different ways of trying to tenderize meat. Like you would need meat as well because they also use their fists, their knuckles, their elbows, their knees, the ball of their feet, all this sort of stuff. So I get, in the same way. Sure.
But I just didn't, it just wasn't like, man, I feel good. I feel great after this. It wasn't like that for me.
Well, I guess you weren't expecting to feel a bit sore because that's usually what happens after a massage. It's supposed to, especially a deep tissue. It's going to feel great like the second or third day. The first day, you're going to be slightly dehydrated and sore if you get a good, decent massage.
Okay. Well,
where does the dehydration come from?
Oh, my masseuse always told me to drink water, and I always felt very thirsty after massages.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I don't have a scientific idea behind that one. That's something that she always used to tell me.
Oh, I don't know anything. Yeah. I mean, they usually do have those little cups of water, but I just thought that was just like a nice amenity. Just giving a cup of water out.
My second massage was we went to me and Antoinette went to Chicago like 3 years ago for her birthday. And I booked a massage for us out there at the spa. That was a really good massage. Don't ask me what was different. I don't know. But I felt it just was different. It felt, you know what I'm saying? Like, and maybe it was just the atmosphere. Who knows? Because the first one was just at one of them little spots in the mall. No disrespect, because I know that you have a spot like that. But this one was at like a spa, like the atmosphere was good. Maybe it's all in my head.
No. I mean, that matters though.
Yeah.
Because I love the women at the relaxed zone spa in the mall, right? Like they do a good job for the most part. Again, I ran across one lady that didn't know what the fuck she was doing, and I was so upset that I wasn't there. So upset. But for the most part, they're great. Again, they have the bars above you. They can grab them and stand on you.
I didn't have all that.
They got the hot stones that they put on your back included. Yeah, right. They're great. But the ambiance matters. So when you have a bunch of fucking middle school kids just running around outside talking about middle school shit.
Because you're in the Manassas Mall in the entrance.
Yeah, and like a bunch of little babies running around just screaming, and then you have the barber shop next door, and they're just bumping crazy music, and it's just like, all right, man, like you got to try to really like zone in and enjoy your massage. People take
phone calls in the parlor, like they'll just be waiting, and someone's having a whole phone conversation.
Oh nah,
yeah.
When we I forgot the name of the spa, but it's a spa in downtown Chicago. We went in there, we got changed. We sat in like this little meditation room. It was like under what looked like kind of like what the top of a circus tent would look like. But the interior, like what it was lined with was all fringe. You know what I'm saying? It was very nice. Lots of very comfortable seats or just pillows if you wanted to sit on the floor or lay on the floor. Like it was, it was nice. I kind of forgot what order this was in, but no, I know what order it was. So after that, I also, I think I told you about the whole sauna, the infrared sauna. Remember I was telling you about that. We did a sauna. We were able to take showers, and then we got our massages. Like the whole experience was just really nice. So I think that if I ever get a massage again, it'll probably be something closer to that.
Yeah, right. No, you definitely want all that. Last time I was in a very, very nice place, actually my job, and getting one there when there was like a small fireplace nearby. The little fucking opening where you set your face in the table. There was a bowl
with essential oils,
with like whatever essential oils you choose, and it just like wafts up into your face.
Nice.
It's just nice music. It's super dark in there. Like it's made for that.
There's a terrace, like a tiny little terrace outside your room.
Oh,
you can just walk out there for a moment.
All right. All right.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm thinking about booking a room and a spa day at the Lansdowne Resort.
I don't know anything about them. I'm not worried about competition again. I'm just playing. Trust me, it's really not that deep.
I've heard good things about it.
I don't know.
Well, yeah, my one of my colleagues at my job, he goes there a couple times a year, and he really, really likes it. And he was like, yeah, man, you got to take your lady there, man. You got to go, he was like, the customer service is A1. He was like, the massages are great. So I'm thinking about booking that up.
We talk about customer service quite a bit. It's so funny because, like the level of customer service that we're now used to, right? Just on a day-to-day basis in the world that we occupy. It's interesting going other places and seeing people like not give a fuck about the way that they speak to the customers, about the way that they speak to each other around customers. Like people don't care. It's so funny. Like watching people at just regular ass stores just screaming at each other. It's so funny.
I feel
like customer service is so bad. Some places like
I feel that way about TJ Maxx. I love TJ Maxx. It's one of my favorite places to be. And every time I go in there, I'm like, holy crap. Like, this is horrific. The managers are talking to each other crazy. The girls are having conversations about some guys, like, that they both used to date way back when while she's checking me out. She's just talking to her friends, like, moving my things around and putting them in a bag. I'm like, what's going on here?
Like there's no genuine interest.
No,
right.
It's
in what it is you got going on. They don't.
And I just forget about it because I'm so used to working at the establishment that I work at, and it's not that. And I spend so much time doing that. Every time I step out, I'm like, holy crap! I forgot that this is what the rest of the world looks like.
Yeah, no, I definitely
forget that all the time.
Because I mean,
sorry, can I have some as well?
Customer service is pretty much what. Well, I'm not sure about you, but me and him have just been, that's all we've ever worked really is customer service.
The past 9 years of my life.
Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? And even now, like,
thank you.
It's not like the job I have now, it's not a customer facing role, but I still have to provide, a nice level of customer service, whether it's via email or the occasional face to face or, through texts. You know what I'm saying? I'm having conversations with chefs from here, chefs from there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
thank you for the Randal LineBACK, sir.
Yes.
You're welcome. Not only is because I don't know if we've talked about on here, not only is the history rich, but so is the meat.
That's for certain.
Absolutely.
So is the meat. The Philippines, longanise, brown sugar, sausage. Wow. Thank you.
Well, that is the
again, that is right. That's not Randal LineBACK.
The Philip, I don't know how to say it, but that is a meat crafters product, which is also a very, very great company. They prioritize. They specialize. That's what I meant to say. They specialize in sausages and charcuterie. We have a great partnership with them. The duck breast prosciutto, that is meat crafters. They make some really, really good products. Really good products, and I'm very happy to share them with you guys.
I'm very thankful.
You haven't had the duck breast prosciutto?
Yes, she has.
Oh, but it wasn't the fresh one you were speaking of.
No, you only had it. You had it on a sandwich or something, right?
No,
on the bread.
She had it.
Yeah, okay. I did. I had it.
She had it.
Well, yeah, it's damn good. It's really good. I tried the copa the other day. Very delicious.
Yes.
What is that?
I think it's gabagool. I think it says copa on the package, just COPPA. Now, gabagool, which is what New York Italians started calling capicola. I don't know how it got the gabagool, but capicola.
Right.
So I don't know if what is it? Copa is a version of capicola.
Right.
So I don't know, but it is like a sandwich. It's a sandwich meat.
Oh, it certainly sounds like a
right. Is what you would call it, like a salami, like a.
So it's
like a salami, like a pepperoni, like something like that.
Well, the thing about it is salamis and pepperonis. Those are just, ground up meat with certain spices and ingredients and blah, blah, blah. The copa is just a cured pork shoulder. Now it probably has some sort of brine on it that they do before they smoke it and all that crap. But it's just pork shoulder. That's all it is. It's not like a combination of meat and a bunch of different spices and, rolled into a casing or, it's just sliced pork shoulder. Okay. But it's delicious. It's delicious.
Okay, then I may not have had copa before then.
I told Earl last time I was here, I was like, yo, have you heard the new, online saying it's, yeah, I'm doing that thing again. I be talking, but my thoughts haven't left the brain to my mouth yet. So I do that sometimes.
Haven't left the brain to my mouth.
A soft life. That's like the new internet.
No, I haven't heard this.
Yeah, a soft life. It's just a very.
This is what's viral.
Plentiful.
Right
abundant.
It's
sort of like I was saying, bathed in blessings.
Yeah,
like soft life. Soft life.
Yeah, we just live in a soft life, just a beautiful, plentiful, abundant, luxurious. Not necessarily in like with things.
Sound very soft.
Not things, but
it's. Why doesn't it sound soft?
I feel like soft should resemble maybe like simple, and I feel like luxurious is not simple.
Well, I'm saying it more, not like purses and watches and shit. Just the luxuries of life itself. Like niggas is not just eating duck breast prosciutto in copa and shit.
So bathed in blessings, just like a blessed life.
Yeah, like blessed.
There's a lot of niggas out here that's just
it's soft. They're it's eating, cushy. It's easy. It's
understood.
Comfortable.
Soft. There's duck breast prosciutto, and then there's Spam.
For what I'm saying?
A lot of people just, are living a Spam life.
And we know Keion Harris, so we get that.
We live in a prosciutto life. You know what I'm saying? Like it means something.
Not only prosciutto, duck breast prosciutto.
Oh, they live in a Spam life.
No, I'm very thankful that I get to reap the benefits of knowing you.
Yeah.
That's very awesome.
Hey, look, one thing I'm going to do is look out. I'm always look out.
That's a fact.
I'm always look out.
That's awesome, man.
It's important.
If I have the means to do it, right, I'm always look out.
Yeah, for sure.
I love that.
Yeah, what's the point of having all the resources? You know what I mean? Having all
J. Cole says that in a song.
What'd he say?
What good is the bread?
Oh yeah.
If my people can eat.
Yeah.
What good is for classes they can sit.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah,
that's my next mission. That's why I can't quit.
Yeah.
I'm a giver. You know what I'm saying? I'm a very big giver. If I can give, I'm a give. You know what I'm saying?
I am too. I enjoy giving.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And, yes, there's an aspect of it.
Is everyone ready for Thanksgiving?
Yeah. It's your favorite holiday, right?
I already told you.
Was that what I said?
I think so.
There was a point in time when
what?
What?
You really said that?
What, the Thanksgiving is my favorite?
Yes.
I must have. He's remembering it, so it probably came from somewhere. I probably said that. It doesn't really matter to me. The thing is really just that I used to say, because I remember telling my stepmom this when we were at a bowling alley. I think it's called Lucky Strike, somewhere in like Maryland, and we were up there, and
Murderland.
I was like, damn. Family time is like my favorite thing to do. It's like when we all get together, it's like the favorite thing for me to do, and it's so funny because I do not feel that way.
like
right now, I do not feel that way.
Okay.
So it's so funny that was like a favorite thing, and then now it's just not.
So are you doing anything on Thanksgiving?
Yeah, like I'm certain I'll go over the house and see the people.
Like, do you want to do that? Like,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying it was once my favorite thing. Like that. That's what I'm saying, and it's just not.
Okay, I got you.
So I just thought that was hilarious. But yeah, I'll definitely be there.
You have to work?
Morning.
What time you get off?
People eat at dinner though. Midday? 1, 2, 3?
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
All right.
Yeah.
See if I can swing past, keep my tradition, my 3 years in a row, maybe.
Keion's been eating out of my parents' fridge for a long time, so it's like a tradition for him to continue to do so.
Understood.
They like to have him by.
Grab an extra plate.
Oh yeah. I mean, if I can, I don't know.
Thanksgiving food to her seems weird because she came from Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I think No, I think that the traditional American Thanksgiving is to me so lackluster, except the desserts.
What do you have on Thanksgiving?
We have fried pork, like a whole pig. We fry it all day outside.
Crispy.
Yeah, so crispy. There's arroz con gandules, which is like a yellow rice. They're called pigeon peas. Mm-hmm. It's a smaller, cuter version of a regular pea. Like a pineapple upside down ham. Mm-hmm. A bunch of pastries. Ensalada de coditos, which is like a macaroni salad. But it's really nice and sweet. Ensalada de papa, which is a potato salad. Pasteles, which is like the plantain mass with potatoes and a bunch of things that you stuff in there. Yeah, just a lot of things that to me make more sense because I think of feast for Thanksgiving. And the spread, the traditional American spread to me just isn't something I would never eat outside of Thanksgiving, let alone on Thanksgiving. Like, I don't want to feast on that. That's just my personal opinion, I think.
Okay.
I don't like it.
Now.
I don't like it.
Now, the spread. Tell me, what is the spread?
Well, I'm thinking of a turkey. I've never had a good piece of turkey. It is always unseasoned and dry and hard. I don't understand eating turkey.
Okay. I mean, that's just some pilgrim shit, but, you know. I
think of stuffing. Never had great stuffing. Like, some has been decent. The cranberry stuff, I don't get. I don't like it.
Okay.
That's just a weird concoction to me. The gravy, I like. I like the desserts. Yeah, and what's another side?
Come on, you got the baked mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
Come on.
Yeah, mac and cheese is cool. I guess I haven't had it a lot in traditional.
No, hold on. No.
Oh.
The baked mac and cheese.
Well, I've had baked mac and cheese before. I don't know if it's been baked every time.
I just want to make sure that we're not talking about out the box, the craft.
Oh, I would hope not.
Okay. I just want to make sure that we're not talking about that because that's not what we eat on Thanksgiving.
No.
Oh,
I don't think so.
Hold on.
Okay.
The collard greens? Come on. The collards.
I just also think that's a lackluster dish.
The collard greens.
Yeah, because like you're not gonna put any seasoning on them.
Who don't put seasoning on the collard greens?
I've had collard greens before, and they're just
ham hocks, turkey necks.
So
in the collard.
What's going on? Hams,
beans, potatoes.
Hold on. Listen, you must.
Go ahead, Keion. What do you want to say about that? She must what? Have been around a certain type of person.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
During Thanksgiving.
Because it's not like you just eating a bunch of unseasoned shit. And we know who, only one thing pops in our minds. When we think about
what'd you think was popping in your mind?
Just the Thanksgiving you're talking about probably lacks some color and flavor. That sounds like to me. You must be thinking about the green bean casserole. Like
I like the green bean casserole.
Oh, see now.
Yeah. I love green beans. I like that. But potato casserole.
But have they been on the stove simmering with onions and turkey necks all day?
I don't know what a turkey. I don't know about turkey necks.
Come on, man.
Nigga, listen.
I don't know
a lot of this stuff I don't fuck with either. I don't be fucking with pig's feet.
I don't do pig's feet either.
I don't be seeing necks. I don't see necks.
So
I don't want that.
Earl, when your family makes collard greens, right? Yeah. Do they make collard greens like green beans, like things like that?
Yeah.
When they make them, do they put the meat is like a seasoning? It's to give the vegetables a little bit of flavor. Yes. Do they make them with those types of meats?
I don't know about the turkey neck.
Okay, but just like some sort of seasoned meat that is for cooking with.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't got to be a turkey neck.
Oh, okay,
I'm just throwing that out there. It was the first thing that came to my mind. But it doesn't have to be a turkey neck.
Does the one after Thanksgiving, Christmas? The one
Nigga.
Does that stress you out? Do you feel stressed towards the holiday season for any reason? I know it's a season that stresses a lot of people out.
I mean,
which I find to be hilarious, by the way. Like absolutely hysterical.
It's not super stressful. I guess there's a certain aspect of stress just because like I guess when I'm thinking about Christmas, I'm just thinking about, oh, I want to get this for that person. Like I'm a big giver. I'm getting gifts. I get gifts for everybody. You know what I'm saying? My girl, my son, my mom, my dad, my sister, my brother, they all get gifts from me. A couple nieces and nephews all get gifts from me. I think what stresses me out is the fact that I never what I should do is put money to the side for this shit before Christmas gets here so that I just have a stash of Christmas money. But I always wait till like the beginning of November and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get Christmas stuff. Right. And then I'm just like, all right, okay, I'm gonna do this and that. Like, okay, I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying?
I think that's where a lot of people's stresses come from. It's like knowing that they have to get gifts, knowing that they want to get the right gifts for the right people. They want to make sure that they're shipped by the right dates and they get to the people when they're supposed to get there, that they're wrapped correctly, all these sorts of things. And I think and then of course with the money, you know, that just ties people up too.
Yeah. Talk about stress. Well, not stress, but cause it doesn't stress me out. But Antoinette's birthday is like a week before Christmas and she's done a lot of, you know, Christmas and birthday is the same thing for a long time. So that is just something that she refuses to have this day and age. She's like, no, my birthday is December 17th and Christmas is the 25th. So they are two different things.
Understood.
Okay. Yeah. See, that's, yeah. Yeah. No, I don't know about
it's just, you know, but I get that, you know what I'm saying? Only because you grow up having to combine the two your whole life. You know, you want to do things for your birthday, but you know, it's Christmas. So everyone's all busy and, you know, nobody can quite, you know, fit their plans around your birthday. So I try to make sure that her birthday is special, even though it's like a week before.
I don't like when people turn something that's really cool into something stressful.
Yeah.
We were actually just having a conversation that's roughly about this. Go ahead.
Christmas is cool to you?
That's a very vague, like what type of way is
I don't know. You said
is it cool?
Feels aggressive.
Well, you said turning something really cool into something really stressful. So I'm trying to figure out what is the cool part.
I think the idea of Christmas can be very, very cool and it can just be very fun for a lot of people and merry and all the shit that like they say it's supposed to be, but then people are stressed the fuck out.
Because we gotta buy each other the best gifts.
Yeah, and it's like you're taking something that's just supposed to be like so cool and like so fun and merry and jolly. These are the words that people use. Ho ho ho, right? Jolly, merry, all that sort of shit. And then you turn it into something that just sucks the energy out of people. And it's like there's just a weird irony of life.
I got you.
That's all I'm saying. It's those types of things. I've been a part of. Like, I'll never forget when my parents were trying to put together Alexis's fucking graduation party. And she was at the school. Like she had graduated. We were all there. We took pictures with her. We saw her when she got off. But I think she was going to hang around with some of her friends or do something for a little while. So we had like a few hours before she came home. And by the time she got home, everything was supposed to be up. The balloons in the front yard, stuff in the backyard, food everywhere, all this sort of stuff. Let me tell you something. All of the time between us getting back to the house to start setting up before she got there was easily one of the worst times of my life.
It was chaos.
It was just I don't like it. It's like go put those streamers up over there. Then you put them up. Oh, take them down. They look terrible. Find somewhere else to put them in. Like, you're trying to do all that. It's like, who's got the food? Oh, go get the water out of the car. Someone told you, we need to get the water out of the car. The water needs to be set up over here just like this. And I'm just like, yo, this isn't fun.
Sounds like.
And I guess it's supposed to be fun when she gets there. It's not supposed to be fun
and
before.
It's never fun when they get there.
But I'm just like, what? Yeah, I'm just like, why do you all have to turn something, like you're turning the preparation of a party for a celebration right, of life and of a rite of passage for someone to become an adult, whatever the fuck however it is you want to look at it, and you're making it suck. Like you're making it suck to be a part of the preparation for this thing. And I just think it's completely unnecessary. And her and I were just having this conversation about, you and I sort of had it last time, but it's just people going through wild amounts of undue suffering. Like there's plenty of things that you're going to step into in life where it's going to suck when you step into it for whatever happens. You're living somewhere where there's an earthquake, your house goes down, or a fucking storm takes, you and your whole family's block out. Like that's just going to suck. Right. Like just on a very basic human level, that sucks. But there's a bunch of things that are going on in your everyday life that you just stress out about, that are they just not by Earl standards. They're like, they truly don't matter. Like they don't have any sort of weight on your real life. They're not going to cause you any real harm. Like nothing bad is actually going to happen, And these are one of those types of things where like you're trying to set up for a party and people are going fucking crazy about where the streamers are, or if, there's enough brownie or whatever the fuck the case is. It's just like, guys, like this was 45 minutes that we could have enjoyed.
Right.
Because it's about setting up a party. But now we don't get to do that because you're all stressed out. And so it's just funny. I like to look at those moments in life where there's just something that is so unnecessary that just lowers the quality of experience for them and everyone else around in the vicinity for whatever extended period of time. It sucks.
That's why I always hated my birthdays, and I had to tell my parents that recently.
Oh, right.
Don't celebrate my birthday ever again. I literally hate it. It's the fucking worst ever.
Sheesh.
Because I pick nothing of what is going to go anywhere. Like, it's all picked by my mother. I'm 24 years old, living at home, and she's picking all the decorations. I didn't ask her for anything. She's telling me that I have to eat because my food's getting cold. She's taking, she won't stop taking pictures. She's also a tyrannical mother. She's pretty psychotic. God bless her. But yeah, it was the worst ever. I was like, I hate the fact that we're doing this. Like, I don't want any of this.
Yeah, I can absolutely see that.
Yeah. So a lifetime of that, I could care less about any holiday ever. So. Yeah, okay. And I feel okay with that.
Okay.
It feels really nice and I don't have to worry about them.
What about Juneteenth?
It's included, Keion. I don't care about any of them. Do you want to call me racist? No, is that what you want?
No.
Say it.
Shit, that's funny.
I don't give a damn. Yeah, no, to me, it feels really nice to not have to worry about gifts or planning or the pictures or the right everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, my parents were never like that for my birthday.
Mine were just my mom. She was just extremely excessive, and that's what ruined it for me. It was her, just over the top.
Yeah. Like they would give me they would give me money or like a gift or something, say happy birthday, but like there was never like, cause like I'm 24.
That was my last birthday I celebrated at home.
I can't even fathom my mother trying to throw me a party, take pictures, put up decorations at age 24.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah, some people are like that. And they want you to do things for them.
Mm-hmm, that's all it is.
Like, right? Because if you don't want to celebrate your birthday, but I'm telling you, no, like we have to do something for it. It's like, for what? For what sake? Like, why are you doing it? Because I'm telling you I don't want to. So this is no longer about me then, right? So it's about what you want to do. So it's just like that. That's what I'm kind of talking about. It's just like weird ways in which people want to sort of manipulate the world, manipulate people around them to do the things that they want to do. And it's just like, it's really weird. Again, like stress level involved, because it's something that is just like a very basic and just very, I don't necessarily want to say insipid, like it just has no sort of importance, but it's like a tier 1 thing, just a tier 1 thing, but we are acting upon it as though it is like a tier 4 thing.
Right.
Right. Like just like a party, like us getting upset about a party like that. Like there has to be a point where this becomes insane. Like there has to be a point where we are living too soft of life to where we have to like argue about parties. You know, like when you really like clear out the cobwebs and like look at the thing. We talked about this with like a friend of yours at a point in time. It's like a small girl that was like wearing some wild shit for her birthday party.
Oh, yes.
And she clearly chose her clothes. And then there were like some people that were looking at the photos afterwards, like, why the fuck did they allow her to wear those clothes on her birthday? She was probably what at 6, 7, if that?
Yeah, something like that.
And my this was my take on it. I'm like, let her wear what she wants to wear.
Right.
Because if not, then what are you doing? Is it your 6-year-old like party? Is this your 6 years party? So it has nothing. So it's not about you. Well, I want her to look nice in the pictures. What do you mean you want her to look nice in the pictures? She wants to look the way that she wants to look in the pictures. Like, is this not about her? Is this like you want to be able to look back and say that you dressed her up the way that you wanted to do? Like, it's just weird the way that people try to put their things on other people and just, again, suck the fun out of it. Like, if I was that little kid and it was like, no, like, you should wear this instead, I'd be like, is it not my birthday? Like, why don't I get to put on what I want to put on?
Right.
Like, it's like weird little ways that I still have this childlike rebellion, inside me.
A lot of parents can be super manipulative, you know? A lot of parents end up having kids just to live through their children. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a lot.
Just like, because they didn't get to do this or get to do that when they were 6 for their birthday. You know what I'm saying?
So you're going to give them a better life.
You know what I'm saying? But the thing is as a parent with a 6-year-old, you have all the power. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All the power. So like, if you want little Sally, little whatever to wear this and to do this on their birthday and to, you picking out the streamers and all that. And Sally ain't said a damn thing. She just want some cake and some toys. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of parents try to live through their kids. It's interesting.
You have anything on that?
Well, I think that has to be every parent's experience to some degree. Like, I couldn't imagine having a child and not wanting them to be a better version of me. I think people just get lost in that. Like, I think that should be the idea of having, like, if I am going to have a little human, like, they need to be so much better than I am. But also, am I going to dictate their life towards what I want them to be? I think that's where it gets tricky.
Yeah, because you have, the I want them to be, that's the part I'm thinking about. Because sometimes you get a little lost when you're just trying to steer them and guide them in a direction in which they would benefit from.
Them. Right. You have to make decisions.
Yeah. Because that's what parenting is. You make a ton of decisions for someone else. Right. Like, you have to. There's if you're not, then you're not parenting. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I guess a lot of folks can get lost in that, Yeah,
because you're right. You have to make those decisions. But then when you're telling me, like Earl is saying, let's use this example. Like, let's say our daughter wants to wear a certain type of outfit. We're just looking at her and it's like, sweetie, actually, that looks kind of ridiculous. Like, let's not. That's where it gets tricky.
Yeah. I mean, if we're talking about a 6-year-old, if they want to wear rain boots, stockings, a pair of shorts and a sweater, then I'm going to let that rock. You know what I'm saying? As long as he or she doesn't want to be naked at the party, I'm probably going to be okay.
Right.
Yeah, that was my kind of whole thing about it. Cause again, it's just, it's not for the little one. It's for you.
Right.
Like, you want to look back. You want the photos that you want. You want them to look to your standards. Like, it's not about them anymore.
Yeah. And like, don't get me wrong. As a parent, if I'm having a party, will I go out and maybe, try to find, a nice outfit? Yeah, I could rock with that. But if the day came and they were just like, nah, like I'd rather wear this. I'm gonna just let it rock. Just, all right, wear that. Wear it.
I got some new turtlenecks. I'm ready for the holiday season. I got me a white one. You know, anytime a dark skinned dude wears a white turtleneck. Yeah.
Oh, he's waiting for it.
There's nothing to be said. I have nothing else to say.
Okay.
He missed it.
It's just whenever a dark skinned dude wears a white turtleneck, ...
It's just like that.
That's all.
It's just like that.
I got a burgundy one, black one, wear underneath the sports coats.
How do you feel about turtlenecks, Keion?
I
love a
worn,
turtleneck.
I ain't worn a turtleneck. Yeah, I know you always got a turtleneck on.
I love turtlenecks. Summer, winter.
I haven't worn a turtleneck probably since I was in elementary school. I don't know.
It's funny.
I don't know. I don't really know how to answer that question. I mean, because I haven't put one on in probably 25 years.
How do you feel about mustaches without beards?
I've been thinking about this. I was looking at your beard.
I mean, that's fine.
Would you ever rock just the mustache?
No. Because I have this. Why would I do that?
Understand that.
It's a downgrade.
Well,
Yo, man, we've been having this conversation about just mustaches. Now, as I was growing up, the mustache was always sported by pedophiles.
It's funny that's your default.
A mustache,
1000%.
a mustache, and some very large bifocals.
Yeah, like I'm sorry, like he has the image in his mind right now. So it's not just me. Like it was for some reason growing up. I think that just the pedophile or just the molester, the
molester.
Yeah. I don't like that.
Sound like a villain. The molester.
I don't like that at all. Don't say that again. The molester.
Who's that? That's the molester.
No, don't say that again.
It's the molester, run! Wow.
You should run from the molester. But,
sure.
But yeah, it was always like those weird, nasty kind of guys that always were just depicted with just a mustache on, just like perverts, really, of all kinds, just had just the mustache. And then as you get older, you start to see a couple of different guys sport it. And again, I saw Miles Teller, and I didn't see the movie with the big one with the plane, with the planes, and the big actor that does all the plane stuff, Mission Impossible, all that guy,
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, him in Mission Impossible. Yeah, right. So no, it wasn't even that. It was Top Gun. I'm sorry, but he was in that as well. That guy, Tom Cruise. Don't just Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise was in Top Gun. That
guy, like I already said, Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise was in that film. And they made a remake, and Miles Teller was in it, and he had just a mustache, and it didn't look bad at all.
Yeah.
And then from that moment, I just started seeing some guys with just a mustache, and I was like, is this coming back? Like, is this a thing where guys are just going to rock the mustache? And it's not looking bad on all of them. I'm like, well, maybe we've gotten out of, or maybe, I don't know if that was
a you problem.
It wasn't just a me thing.
I think maybe it's a lot of people you knew. I think it's crazy to think about men with mustaches and think molester. Like that's cute.
Listen, I think it's crazy too, but it's there for some reason.
I know, I believe it. I certainly
maybe
understand.
I'll break out of it.
You think that guys with just mustaches, like, is that like that looks nice to you?
Yeah, absolutely. What I will say, I don't know. I'm a fan of a beard.
Okay.
I don't know if I can say that a beard doesn't look nearly as good as a guy that can sport a nice mustache. But I have seen plenty of men, especially recently, I've been paying attention, with very, very nice mustaches, and they look very attractive. Now, if I saw them with a beard, I don't know which one might look better to me.
Okay.
So maybe the beard probably will be more attractive overall, but I certainly think men with mustaches, certain ones.
Okay.
It's like a bald head. Not everyone looks good with a bald head.
I'm not looking forward to being bald. I got a Terry Crews head.
What does that mean?
Like my scalp, like it's kind of like wrinkly a little bit, like under all this hair. Yeah. Like when I go bald, I'm gonna look like Terry Crews.
Terry Crews is doing just fine in this world.
Yeah.
I mean, I think. Right?
Yeah. No. Yeah. He's Uncle Tom in it. Like he out here.
I feel like that's not a good thing.
He out here doing his Carlton for the.
That's a nice Carlton.
Damn. Damn. Is that where Terry Crews is at?
Why do you say that about him? What is he doing?
I don't know. He just, I feel like after he was on Everybody Hates Chris, I just feel like he's a lot of the gigs he's taking, a lot of the, I want to say a lot of the folks he's around, and maybe Uncle Tom is a little too harsh. That's just the first thing that came to my mind. But, just a little different, he's
not keeping it real.
Yeah.
He's not keeping it real.
Just a little corny. Got a little corny, Got a little corny.
Oh, that was it? You had no follow up on that?
Well,
Like you just...
I was going to say, are you okay with saying that Kanye West is a little corny?
I don't know if corny is the word to describe him. I
think many words. I'd put corny in there. I wouldn't say that's the main one, but
yeah, I don't know if I would use corny when I think of Kanye.
I just think it's funny because I do it all the time. Is that we speak about celebrities like we know them. Because we're talking about Terry Crews, like we just know about this guy and the projects that he takes.
And you're right about that because
I do that often too.
Yeah, I think they're celebrities. You know what I'm saying?
We don't know like these people.
I know, but we still make opinions about them.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's just like human nature at this point.
Well, yeah.
Because especially with like social media, like we have all this access to people. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just kind of a thing we do, even when we don't know we're doing it.
Nothing, you done?
Yeah, no, I think it's weird to have these people that are essentially topics of conversation that are famous for whatever reason, but are just people like us at the end of the day, and we speak about them.
If I had to think of one word for Kanye, I would probably say obnoxious.
I'd probably just say ill.
I say mentally ill. Yeah. Okay. I think that's the true issue.
Yeah,
here.
I think so. Someone was
sad
talking to me the other day, and they're like, I just don't understand how you can see people and just be like as interested in them as you are. He's like, I just don't understand how you can see like just like average human beings and see them as like really interesting people. Like I just don't get that. And I was like, I mean, I guess I could see that. I could see why you would say that. Now this person in particular that said that to me spends a lot of time by themselves. And I think it's very easy to overinflate your ego when you spend a lot of time by yourself. You don't have a lot of like real conversation with people because everything's just coming from within. So you just take that shit and run with it like the whole way. Yeah. But when I look back at as egotistical as, like the height of Earl has ever gone, I look back at it like I was ill. Like that's the way that I look back. Like that's the way that I look back on it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just like, what the fuck was going on there? Like, why are you like so self-absorbed? Like that was kind of crazy. that's how it feels looking back.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Sometimes like I'll think about now. I don't know if you've ever watched any of his stuff, but that guy Bo Burnham, that comedian. You sent us a tweet about him.
I've seen him around, but I don't know much about him.
He's actually really fun. I shouldn't even just say really funny, but he's extremely talented.
Okay.
Amazing.
Very talented comedian, pianist,
filmmaker, editor, everything.
And also just a bright guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I forgot where I was going with that.
Maybe him being sad.
Oh, no. Well, no, it was more so that him talking about young people and them doing this stuff with their, holding a phone in front of them, taking a selfie. And I've seen this too, sitting in IHOP by myself, doing that weird shit that I do when I go to IHOP by myself.
What did you see?
Just a little girl, a little black girl sitting across from me in a booth. And I guess she had ordered some food. And she looked like she was in school, like middle school. I didn't know why the fuck she was there when I was there at IHOP. But she was there, and she was like taking a snap or something of herself. and she would look up at it and she'd put a whole face on and she'd light up and be a whole different person. And then she would take it and then put the phone down and be looking at it and go to the editing options and all sort of shit, whatever the fuck it was she was doing on her phone. And then like she would do that just like a few times, like put the camera up and smile and pucker her face and all this sort of stuff and get the right angle and then put the phone back down. And then she would be completely dejected and all the light from her face faded and all sorts of shit like that. And she would go straight back to the phone. And I was like, damn, like that shit is fucking weird. Like it's a very weird thing to watch this person like flip the switch and go back and forth. But the remark that Bo Burnham was making was that everyone looks at these young kids and they're thinking, oh man, like they're so, narcissism has been thrown around so much in the past few years. Like, oh, they're so narcissistic. They're so egocentric. They're so egotistical. They're so self-absorbed. They're so blah, 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 all this sort of stuff. And what the remark he was making was, is that the way that it looks to you guys? Like, to me, it looks like these kids are terrified and they're sad and they're lonely and they lack all confidence and, no self-esteem, like insecure, all this sort of stuff. And so that's the way that I look back on myself when I was quote unquote self-absorbed. I mean, there may have been some version of it, but I think it was mostly just like probably not feeling fulfilled and trying to overcompensate. You know what I mean? And sometimes I'll see that now. Like, what do you guys think of an Instagram profile that is only glamorous photos of the person? Like, and they have many, many photos and they're like, if you could just look at the table version of it and just scroll down, it's mostly just pictures, like selfies. Just them just taking very good photos of themselves. It's
probably either a cry for attention or they're making some money on that Instagram.
Okay. Valerie?
I feel like I agree with Keion. I think, it's just you're looking for validation.
Yeah.
It's a big part of it because I remember doing that. Mine wasn't glamorous pictures, but I was looking for pictures with attention.
And I may have been going too far with the word glamorous because that's not what I mean. Yeah, glamorous is kind of underneath the umbrella of all of the types of photos, but it's photos that are clearly looking for attention.
Yeah, I think that's all it is. You're looking for attention. You're looking for validation. You want people to hit you up. You certainly want men attention.
Thirst traps.
Well, I didn't want to say that. I never did a lot of thirst trapping. Well, I think there's levels to thirst trapping. There are
definitely levels to it.
So definitely, then let me say, I include myself in that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I wasn't posting half-naked pictures of myself, but if I had a body back then that I was proud of, I probably would have too. So
that matters.
That's very important.
You got to work with what you got.
That's and I wasn't very, very comfortable with that back then. But yeah. No, it's very sad. I remember I deleted everything off of my old Instagram account that I didn't want there. And I deleted my Twitter for that reason. Because it was such a lack of representation of who I am today that I would be mortified if people saw the tweets that I was tweeting back then. Or if they saw the pictures, which weren't crazy. But I looked sad. Mm-hmm. Just sad and lonely. And I just wanted guys to hit me up. And for people to talk to me. Yeah, and I'm just not about that anymore.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah. I think about the people that just spend all day creating a story on Instagram, just all day. Just like I saw a video today of, it was this girl, like she's in the hospital. She's supposed to be being discharged. And she's like, she's dancing, like I'm getting discharged, like, and I don't know. I've always thought the people that like take pictures of themselves in the hospital is just like a super attention grab. Like, I'm in the hospital, something happened to me, hit me up, like someone.
I remember doing that. I remember actively taking pictures of like my little wristband of being in the hospital. Mm-hmm. If I was there for whether it was like a scan for my thyroid or something like that, like I wanted people to ask me. Mm-hmm. I remember thinking that. Mm-hmm. It's like, I wonder who's going to ask, like, to see if I'm okay. Mm-hmm. That's a sad thing to think about.
Yeah.
It's like, a sad thing to think about.
My Instagram is not like, I only put up Instagram posts when I'm doing something post worthy. Mm. Like if I'm on vacation, I'll put up some photos. If I'm out, on a hike, I'll put up some photos.
So your threshold of what Instagram worthy is or post worthy is different.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much what it is. It's just the people that we're speaking about, they have a different threshold. They have a different metric for what is post worthy.
There's a reason.
Because there's a lot of shit that's post worthy, and it's every time they feel like they feeling themselves.
There's people that put up stories every single day. Like that shit is a part-time job.
I know many of those.
Yeah, me too. I watch them because I'd be surfing. I'd be on Instagram,
and they have like 30 of them little fucking things to scroll through.
Some of them do. Yeah. Some of them do. Most people is like somewhere between 5 and 8. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But like people really do like just they see things and like, oh, I'm gonna put this in my story. Or, just all throughout the day, just recording their lives all day. And I don't know. I can't do
it. Feels interesting for me to have been that person for so long, to be the person that I am now with social media. And now I'll like check in on Facebook every once in a while. I have kept the Instagram app and I've deleted everything else. And it just feels so much nicer. So much of my life was taken up by that. There was so much anxiety behind it. I could have easily spent 45 minutes to an hour taking a selfie.
That's wild.
Oh yeah, because I took.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So let's say that I took 100 pictures.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. It was like 50 to 100. I remember.
That's a lot.
And then I have to look through all of them, and then I like pick whichever ones I wanted, and then I go through them, and then I made like my final selection. And then I would post like maybe 5 selfies.
See, to be that involved with oneself, I just feel like it's so. I'm certain there are many ways of talking about it because, I'm certain somebody wants to look at it from an artist standpoint. It's like,
it wasn't that.
It's all artistry. It's all art. Like Instagram is art, and you going on there and taking a picture and then putting the different types of filters on there is art, and changing the look.
I think that can be.
Boy, hold on.
I mean, listen, I'm not going to take that away from nobody. It can be what it is. I'm just, but it ain't for me. I just don't find myself that involved with my face. You know what I'm saying? Like there's just a lot more to do.
There's so much more to do.
I've had Instagram for probably since 2012. What are we in 2022 going on 3? Yeah. So I've had it about 10 years now, going on 11 years. I have 947 posts. I definitely posted a lot more back in the day, versus now. But like, I'm just thinking about like, I don't like the filters. I don't even do that shit. Like I just put pictures up. I never use filters.
Well, yeah, I doubt that you would. I don't really got you.
It's different when you're a girl taking selfies.
Yeah, that's a completely different thing.
You know what's funny? I'll look at the pictures that pop up on my Snapchat every once. Well, I did because I deleted Snapchat, but before they used to pop up all the time. And pictures taken 3, 4, 5 years ago were very sad. The filters were just to me. There has to be a level of sadness because you are not secure in what you look like. Because I couldn't fathom taking a picture with a filter right now and posting it somewhere. Because you look crazy. It's like you don't look like that person at all. Mm-hmm. Like, because if artistry is not the reason, then why?
I see.
If artistry is not the reason.
Yeah, right. Like, if it's not because of the love of art and different filters. It's that's not what you're appreciating in this. Why? Like at least I did. I looked so different in all of these pictures that used to pop up versus what I do now.
I see people all the time on Instagram and I just be like, that's not what you look like.
Well, it's funny you say that.
We've gone through this. That's not what it's supposed to be.
Right.
We have to relinquish this idea that people are going to show the real them online.
Your eyes are not that bright.
That's not what it's for. That's not what it's for. That's not what those platforms are for. It is not to show the most authentic version of yourself.
Which is crazy.
And we know that now, so we have to stop expecting for people to do that.
No, I mean, I'm not expecting anything.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. I use my Instagram the way that I use it.
But it is still interesting to remark upon looking at someone's face and say, that is not what I know what you look like. I saw you an hour ago. You didn't look like this. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's definitely funny, which is, again, these moments where we get in where I don't, again, in this new way, I'm not nefariously judgmental. I do make judgment calls, right?
Because we're human. I think that is natural.
So you do make judgments upon some of the things that you see and you hear and you read off of people, but nefariously, no. Like I'm not condemning people. I don't see people as, worse versions of human beings. It's not any of that, but I've gotten pretty good at being able to like look and see depth of pain in certain people's, because it's just all patterns, right? Like we're reading patterns, and there's always room for spontaneity, but at the end of the day, people are just riddled with patterns. And you look at enough sad people that go through enough sad things that rob them from the happiness that life has bestowed, or the opportunities that life has bestowed upon us to be able to reap the benefits, that come in the form of happiness and joy and meaning and all that sort of stuff. But sometimes you just read enough to know, oh yeah, that person's sad. Sure. Just really fast. Like, oh yeah, no, that person's pretty, like they're going through it. Like you can just tell, like they're doing way too much. And, again, it's not for me to judge in the sense of like, man, they should really do X, Y, and Z instead of A, B, and C. It's just, okay. Like I see you. Yeah.
And one thing that I try to practice is kind of what you're saying right now. Like
compassion.
Yeah. And I also try not to judge people, due to the fact that I like to operate a little differently when it comes to social media. I see a lot of fuck shit on there, and I'm just, it pops into my brain like why are they doing that? Like, why would they do that? And then I'm just like, why do you care?
Yeah.
Just keep scrolling.
Do your life.
Or unfollow that person.
Or unfollow them.
Right.
Yeah. You don't have to see, you don't have to see any of this.
And wonder why they're doing this. Yeah. You can just leave it behind.
Yeah. I've unfollowed many people because you get to a point, like, you think you know somebody that you know them from high school, you know them from here, you know them from there, and you just feel compelled to hit that follow button, hit that request button. But I've unfollowed people for really, some people might say stupid things. People that just do nothing but post their kids, like just, somebody,
you don't like that.
Yeah. Somebody might think that that's dumb, but it's like, if I'm going to follow you, I want to see some variety. I want to see a little bit more. I don't want to see you taking your kids to daycare every day.
I do think that's
like,
kind of funny.
Care. Some people really want to show you that they're the best parent in the world. Yeah.
Like, and especially if you got a bunch of drama on your timeline, if you're one of the people that puts up stories like, fuck them bitches, they thought this, that, unfollow.
But how funny is it? Honestly, to me, that's one of the most fascinating things about being a human, is being an adult, especially an adult responsible for children, and you're out here talking about fuck these bitches on Facebook. To me, that is so freaking, because I've never been that person. Never. I would have never fathomed of doing that, especially now where I am in life. That's insane. So when I hear about these things, and I've been around them my whole life, it's not that I'm not familiar with them. I just forget that this is how people live life. And when I think about it for a moment, it blows my mind that people are 45 years old, a grandmother, and you're still on Facebook talking about fuck you and your mom. Mm-hmm. It's like, this is what you
45-year-old grandma? I mean, listen, we know some people, so
I feel like it's usually the case. It's younger parents.
I just met someone the other day. I just realized it's like an 18-year-old girl that I know. Her mom is 32, and I was like, oh shit. It's like, so she had you? Oh,
14.
I think.
I was like, damn.
Yeah, I did the math.
I was like, y'all are like sisters. Like y'all are like, to some degree, y'all are going through some of the same stuff. Like at the age of 18, your mom being 32, y'all are going through some of the same things in life. Like you know
definitely
what I mean?
Could run across the same man at some point.
Oh yeah,
this is the time.
That's a fact. Like there's definitely a 25-year-old dude out there that would
sleep with both.
Sleep with both of them.
I was trying to think if I made my mom a grandma in her 40s, but I think she was in like her early 50s.
Okay.
Am I cool?
Yeah.
Am I cool?
Yeah, that's right. You were young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman.
It's more of a Keion's child is about to be 20 years old.
Yeah.
Jesus.
How old is he now?
12.
Wow.
Big ass kid.
Do you think you may want to have kids in the future?
Yeah, I could do another one.
Really? Mm-hmm. Okay. How does Antoinette feel about that?
And she feels the same.
Okay.
Well, she's very, 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 very goal and career oriented. Mm-hmm. She is not in a rush.
Okay.
She's not in a rush.
Does she have a current goal right now that she's trying to accomplish?
Just climbing up the ladder in corporate America.
Oh, is there a certain position that she's shooting?
I don't know if she's going after a certain position. But she is, she's making a lot of the right moves, talking to a lot of the right people. She's in some really, really good, important circles at her job. And, that's her. Okay. She's definitely going to be somebody.
That is.
This nigga believe in that shit.
That's awesome.
Well, to go back to that point of these older people that are just online talking a bunch of shit is I don't know, because I'm like really rethinking this now.
Okay.
It is values that people say is extremely important to look at when it comes to mating, like matching, right? Like where your values stand. But when people say that, I think it may be another one of those things that you kind of overlook, like a lot of what values are. When people say that, what the fuck are they talking about?
Okay.
Like, do our values match? What values are you talking about? What values exactly? Does anyone have any answers?
Oh, you're asking a question.
I mean, does anyone know what people are talking about when they say that?
Well, I think people think that they know what they're talking about, but it's one of those things that I don't think many people are having real honest conversations, not only with themselves, but with a partner.
Like, values are many and they're deep.
Right. So I think that you can have a very superficial conversation about this, and I think most people don't, because they think that because you date someone
or they do have superficial conversations.
Yes, they do have superficial conversations, and sometimes they don't have conversations at all, and probably think that because I think that I know this person, therefore I know their values, but we've actually never spoken about this, so I have no idea what I'm talking about. Yeah, I think it sounds nice. I think it's one of those cliches that's obviously extremely true, but people don't actually talk about what their values mean to them and if they are congruent with another person's that I'm planning to share my life with.
And the reason I bring this up is because she's talking about these, 30, 35, 40-year-olds just still talking shit about bitches online. or like these ain't shit niggas or whatever it is that they're talking about, and they're just like ranting about these things. I've just gotten to a point where you just look at certain things like y'all are crazy.
Couldn't be me.
Like,
it's
still
like you're
being
living in another dimension, in another world.
Yeah, it's like, wow, like you guys still like this registers in your brain. Like you still do this. Like you still get online and talk shit about some demographic of people out there that are hating on you or like doing something that you don't believe in, or like it's just like it's so weird to me. It's like, holy fuck, like you do that with your time? Like it's a very weird thing. And when I think about values, me being who I am specifically, I can't be around people for long periods of time. And when I say that, I mean you can't hold like a firm position in my life if you are very highly neurotic.
Yeah.
Like if you just like worry about a bunch of things and you're unhappy about a ton of things, we probably can't be around each other like a ton. Because it's a rough position that I'm in, because I'm in a position of understanding where people come from always. Like if you talk to me about what's going on in your life and why you feel something about something, like I'm going to understand what you're saying to me. Like I'm going to get it. It doesn't mean I have to live that way or absorb that information or subscribe to that thing, because that's not going to be the case. But when someone is going to be like your significant other and they worry about a lot of things and they stress about a lot of things and a lot of things in the world like upset them, and you happen to be someone and you're looking at them and you're like, I understand, but ultimately most of the shit you're stressing about doesn't matter. And that's like a wild position to be in, because you are deeming what does and does not matter, or seemingly it seems as though you are doing so, but it's not that. It's just that if you were in your right state of mind, your perfect state of mind, you wouldn't think that what you're worrying about matters. It's not just like me telling you this is Earl's checklist of things that don't matter. No, if you were thinking clearly, you would not be worried about this thing right now. Okay. And you can do experiments and get people into those positions where they think clearly about something, and they're just like, yeah, I was kind of tripping about that thing. Mm-hmm. Same way we look back at being, or I look back at being self-absorbed, or we look back at taking a bunch of photos of ourselves just incessantly. And you look back like, damn, I was ill. Mm-hmm. Like that was like, what, like, why was I in that space of mind? Right. Like that's a weird thing. Sometimes people are just freaking out about a bunch of things every single day. And it's so, like they have no idea how unnecessary it is, because it's either not going to come true. Like the way you've cooked something up in your mind is actually never going to happen, but it's living and breathing in your mind. So therefore it's a real thing. Or there's a myriad of ways in which you're just stressing out about shit that like, it just has no real weight or bearing on your health and the way that you navigate this planet, aside from the fact that it's just at the forefront of your mind, just incessantly running through like a fucking record player.
I think one of my favorite sayings, probably in the last 5 years or so, but really coming into like adulthood, into my 30s, late 20s, is hindsight is 20/20. Yeah. I feel like I say that shit all the time.
Yeah.
Just thinking back about who I used to be, the things that I've done. You know what I'm saying? I'm very nostalgic. I'm always thinking about the past, and I'm always thinking about what I did and what I could have done better. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that I'm worrying extremely about it, but I'm always, I like to reach back and just kind of see what old Keion was doing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I get that. No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, go.
No, I was going to ask, what is your favorite quality about yourself currently?
Probably patience. Yeah,
it's a good one.
Have you always thought yourself of being a patient person, or is it newer in your life?
Yeah, it's bitten me in the ass plenty of times. But yeah, I've always been a patient person.
Why has it bitten you in the ass?
I think when you're patient with, people, it opens up a door for people to take advantage of you. You know what I'm saying? People realize that you're patient. They feel like they can get away with certain things. It all kind of stems from just kind of being a really nice person. You know what I'm saying? People take kindness for weakness a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah.
That's good. What is yours?
I don't know. I forgot. I just started listening.
No, what is your favorite part about yourself?
Oh, my favorite part about myself, currently. Patience is up there, but it's not number one. Number one would probably, I don't know. They're hard to.
It is a tough question.
They're hard to kind of.
I don't even know if patience would be number one, but I think it's one of the top things that I do like about myself.
Yeah.
Because one of them is that I can listen and understand. I think that's like huge, because it doesn't put me in a place of fear and angst and anger with other people and confusion. Like I can listen to like it's really not difficult. Like for me at all. I can just look at someone when they're talking to me and remove myself from the equation. Like I'm not looking for this person to appease me. I'm not looking for them to absorb my identity and the thoughts that come along with that and the beliefs and the ways of living. Like I can just look at someone, and as they're talking to me, hear the words that are coming out from them and put them together in a way that it makes sense. It's like, okay, like you just said those words. I see why you feel that way about that thing. Like, and that could come from a place of you feel hurt. You dealt with certain trauma that put you there. And so you haven't dealt with enough of the antithesis of that yet to get you out of that place. So meaning like, say you hate men, right? You dealt with a couple men that treated you wrong. So, 3 men out of, 8 billion men, right? So you assume are half of that. So you just assume that men are like that. And you telling me your story very quickly is going to let me know, oh, okay, she's dealt with a very small sample size of men, and they treated her wrong. So it makes sense that she believes what she believes. Yeah, like you telling me this very short story, which could take all of 5 minutes, I'd be like, oh, okay, I see why you don't like men. That's not for me to be upset. It would make all the sense in the world
for you to think this.
For you to think that way, for you to feel that way, and be like, okay, cool. Like now I know like where we are and how to continue on with conversation. So I think that, so for me, just because I'm even having to explain this right now, and it seems weird for me to even explain this to 2 humans in front of me, it seems like the sky being blue. Yeah. Like like that's what it seems like right now. Like me even explaining this seems super basic and super elementary, that like it's weird that I'm even explaining this on this microphone right now.
I understand.
But clearly I'm explaining this because that's not the conventional thing. That's the over under on it. Understanding and not understanding is extremely skewed.
The over under.
Yeah. So like that ratio is extremely skewed. So clearly most people are just like not understanding people a lot of the time. I just don't find it difficult to understand other people when they say something. It's mostly just the fact that your ego's in the way most of the time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you want to believe something else, or you want your idea to get out and for them to believe that thing. But like if you just move that shit to the side and you just listen to someone, it's like, oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Mm-hmm. I don't agree with you at all, but like I completely understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like so that's a one of the main things for me. And maybe this is some part of that, but it's really just being able to relax. Yeah, I think some of that probably comes from that, but just being able to relax and like and not be caught up, as I was saying, in the minutia of the world, just like a bunch of the bullshit that's going on. Like, oh, how do you feel about Kanye and what's going?
I muted Kanye West. I muted Ye. I'm so tired of hearing about him. I muted it. Like, I don't care. I do not care. I'm going to go listen to Graduation when I feel like it. Outside of that, I don't fucking care.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm so tired of hearing about this man.
And there's just like a million things just riddled throughout people's lives that are just like that. And you just get caught up in it for whatever reason. Mm-hmm. You just get caught up in it. And so the other quality is just doing a much better job at keeping in focus the things that I want to put my mind towards and I want to spend my time on. That's a huge part for me. It's clearing out the cobwebs and getting a more crystal clear-headed view of what needs to be focused on, and focusing on those things as opposed to just being swept up by all the bullshit that the world has for you to just, I mean, there are so many distractions. And again, this is another thing that I get and I understand from people. How could you not get distracted? Like, I get it.
Right.
I get it. Especially again, when it's so fucked up that people think that distractions are the main course. Like, it's fucked up. So like, I completely get it.
You want to know what's interesting though about what I said as far as patience goes? I have a lot of patience for people, but a lot less for myself. I often want things to come my way a lot quicker than they're supposed to. I want things to happen the way that I want them to happen, and I want them to happen now for myself. But when it comes to other people, I'm really, really patient. Yeah. Like, that's not a problem. Yeah. Take your time. But for myself, I need it like that.
What are you looking for to have right now? Like, what are you trying to get?
I want to finish school. It's taking a long time and I don't like it.
When is the schedule to finish as of right now?
And I don't like it.
I'm not really sure. Like all of it, I'm not really sure. My associate's degree, probably next year.
Understood.
But yeah, all of it, I really have no idea.
So are you, do you not enjoy the process that you're in? Because that's where I feel like the delineation of enjoying something is, right, versus just waiting for something to end, waiting to get to the mountaintop is, are you enjoying the journey? Are you enjoying the process? Or you just,
that's really important.
Or do you really feel like you just need to get to that place?
It might be a mixture. Like I enjoy learning what I'm learning. Like I'm not, like it's nice. It's not, I'm good.
Okay.
I do enjoy it. 16-week semesters just feel like forever. And it's just like, and I think it also has a lot to do with me not being in school for such a long time and then getting back into it. And it's just like, I got a lot more going on these days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the last thing I want to do is come home and do some fucking homework. Yeah.
Some HW?
Study. Like, I don't want to do that. Like,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's a huge commitment. I commend people that go back to school.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong. It's one of the best decisions I feel like I've made for myself.
You don't feel like that has any sort of bearing on, or it's not symbolic of the pathway that you're choosing, the fact that you do not enjoy doing the homework or doing any of the studying? You don't think that maybe that is a showing that you do not actually like the subject matter?
I like certain parts of it. I don't necessarily like everything. Like, just, you have to keep in mind that the classes that you're going to take, a lot of this shit you're never going to use. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd like to I think when I get to the point where, I transfer to a 4-year school where I'm actually learning things that I'm going to be taking with me, and I'm not taking all this remedial bullshit, these classes that you have to take that I could really care less about. I think when I get past some of that, it'll be, it'll be a little better.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't hate it though. I don't hate it.
Okay. Well,
I think
that's good. That's important.
Like, really, I think what keeps me going is that mountaintop, that peak, the finish line. That definitely keeps me going because I know what lies ahead. You know what I'm saying? I know what lies ahead, and I'm just trying to get there.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna, like, we're talking about, like I said, a 16-week semester. Do you expect me to like every single week? I just love it. Every single week. I love it. Is that realistic? Like, it's going to be some weeks where, and maybe there's just some shit going on outside of school that, when I get to the homework, I'm just like, this is the last thing I want to fucking do right now. But I do it.
All right.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm sorry. Did you want to answer your own question?
What's your favorite aspect of quality?
Do I want to answer my own question?
Yeah, about yourself. Good job, Keion.
Thank you. That was thoughtful of you.
Yeah, because I was gonna move right past it.
Well, yeah, I was about to say something, but then I thought
that speaks volumes, right?
I'm patient. I'll
yes,
listen.
You are. Yeah, I think my openness is one of them. I don't know if that's my top one, but I think that allows me to be compassionate, to sort of self-regulate when possible. That allows me to take accountability for my shortcomings. I think that allows a lot of growth.
Okay.
So I think that's been very helpful for me.
Okay.
Just being open to whatever is there.
Yeah.
And I resist in other ways, but it's not resisting in a way of I see something that makes more sense.
Okay.
And then trying to fight that.
Okay.
It's more so out of confusion, but yeah, I think my openness is huge. I think that has gotten me to where I am today.
Yeah, I mean, being open, opens a lot of doors for you in life.
Yeah, that's why when you speak about, where it all ends or where it goes, this pathway for you, I don't know where it goes for me.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of like, in a sense, that's what's interesting, right? Is like listening to people speak about where they think their future's headed and like what they're aiming for.
Yeah.
Because when you say you kind of know where it ends, like where it's headed, like I could say the same, but you and I would be talking about two different things.
Yeah.
Right.
So it is interesting because I think that you and I are aiming for two different things as people aim for different things, right? So it's interesting because I don't think my goals look like your goals, right? As they shouldn't and they wouldn't.
But I mean, also keep in mind, like when I say that, I'm on like a curriculum, like a strict curriculum. You know what I'm saying? So whatever it is that you're thinking about, it's probably not a curriculum. You know what I'm saying?
It's not.
It's definitely not.
It's certainly not a curriculum.
Is an Earl School of Life. Yeah. So, and there's no curriculum.
It's in her Earl School of Life.
And
This nigga don't know what class is tomorrow. He's just gonna wake up.
It's just straight truth.
Yep.
That's it. Just truth.
Nigga, truth 101.
I love that though.
Room 341.
For all of your classes. Taught by a monk. But it's great because you'll come out absolutely just at peace.
Yeah.
I'm sure of it.
What I was gonna say is, speaking of the over under, I placed my first sports bet a few days ago.
How much and how do you feel about it?
How much money?
Yeah.
It's like $10.
Oh.
Yeah, nigga, what you think? I'm crazy?
Well, it just sounded really serious.
Just come out. Well, it is.
I thought it was like
what was the
over
most
100.
that you could have made?
Had 356.
Okay. Yeah, so that would have been a nice.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's a nice come up.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I gotta wait till Sunday to see what happens. It's on football.
Yeah.
But I found myself in this world. Like, I've always been into sports, but I started out with just being in a fantasy league. And then obviously, you know, sports betting is really, really hot right now. So, you know, I found myself like just being really interested in it. And these thoughts have been coming at me for probably a year and a half. And I'm just really getting around. Like, some people have been doing this for years. I've been contemplating whether I wanted to do this for a long time.
$10, Keion?
No, just
I know, right?
No, not the money, but just betting on sports in general.
Have
Gambling.
you ever been to the casino?
Like twice.
So you've gambled before?
Yeah, slots. Like nothing crazy. Yeah,
that's
like,
my favorite.
I'm not playing
going to a casino.
I'm not playing poker or nothing like that.
Oh, because I was gambling way more than $10 at the casino.
Yeah.
I was thinking about casino and gambling as I was walking through the mall
It's the best thing in the world.
the other day, and I was just like, wow. I was just looking around at the mall.
It's like you're in a circus.
And there's like, yeah, because you know, all these little fucking hallway vendors, the little booth vendors, they got all these little fucking
kids' toys.
Dogs running around like, and a bunch of shit just beeping and bursting at you and lighting up. And I'm just like, wow. Humans are so easy to get to make them. They're so impressionable. Like, we're so easy to like grasp our attention.
Some lights, some colors, and some noises, and you
got them. You know what I mean? They're just gonna bring a little, especially the little kids, of course. But like, that's what the mall is just built on. I was just looking around, and it's just like. You smell pizza, you smell cheese and pepperoni, and then you smell
some bourbon chicken,
the fresh pretzels at Auntie Anne's,
French fries,
or the Cinnabon cinnamon and glaze through the air.
You always have a Nori Japan somewhere.
Nori Japan, and you have Diamond Zales and Jared's and Claire's, all these. Just things around that are just a bunch of colors, and it's shiny, and it's like, come here, come there. And it's like, wow, we're just that stupid.
Yeah, for sure.
We're just really that stupid. We just love to do that shit. And now this gambling thing, especially sports gambling, I'm certain there are so many people that are just losing their mortgages over having gambling finally brought to their phones.
Absolutely.
Right.
I'm not going to be one of them.
Like, imagine being able to get a crack rock over the phone, which I'm certain people have probably figured this out. like buying drugs. Actually, I've heard of this. There's like people buy drugs off of Snapchat. Like, out there, like these drug vendors that.
Oh yeah, people have like they're I know a few people that do that. Only for weed, but yeah.
Oh no, they're drug vendors on Snapchat, and like you can like buy a bunch of different stuff off of there. But anywho. Shit is crazy. Yeah, we just buy whatever.
Yeah.
We just do whatever. But the sports betting thing is interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I never saw it for myself because I'm not a gambler. I don't go to the casino. Like, I don't do that stuff. Like, my first time ever going to the casino was that first time I went to Vegas by myself.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I only went to the casino because, like, that's what you do in Vegas. Like, I went there.
You didn't enjoy it?
I mean, it was cool. Like, it was fine. Like, I didn't win anything.
Have you been to the Charleston Casino in West Virginia?
Sure haven't.
Trashiest places ever.
I live 10 minutes away from Maryland Live. I never go.
Oh.
What is it about gambling that just like that grabs you?
I don't think it's just the gambling. For me, I have an addictive personality. So there's certain things that I know that if I try for the first time, I either have to do them a few times in a row to get them out of my system and not do them ever again, like gambling. And I went the first time and I was there 4 nights in a row.
Damn.
Yeah, and it was amazing. And I think it's a few things. I wasn't smoking cigarettes at the time, but in a trashy casino like this, the lights are crazy. Like, they're just grabbing you from every which way. You have a plethora of different games to partake in. Like, you can spend a lot of money, or you can gamble for hours on a penny slot machine, which was my favorite. There was one bubblegum machine that I would sit at for hours. You can smoke cigarettes. People are passing out drinks. You just have to tip someone a few dollars. And it's an environment where you're just addicted to the sounds and the noises because we're stupid human beings. Yeah. And it just grabs, it's like giving a baby like a new object. It doesn't even have to be shiny. It's just something new and it feels awesome. And then next thing you know, because you can make $100. You can make if you play your cards right, you can make some money. You don't always have to lose.
That's where that captology comes in with those people that work for Instagram and all that. Like figure out all the ways in which human beings are turned on by sounds and images and things like that. And they just, encrypt those into our social media. So when you get like a little notification, like you get like a small hit of endorphin and you're
dopamine
like,
just kind of rushes
oh really?
to
Like
brain.
I got a notification? Like someone's fucking with me? Cool.
Well, I think that's a big part of these games, especially the penny slots, because you lose quite a few, but then all of a sudden, like, you're up $5. And it's like, oh, like, I just got something. Like, let me try again. And maybe you win like 2 times in a row. And maybe you just need one more number. And then, of course, you're going to lose because the chances are very slim that you're going to win anything. But I think they just do a really good job with the algorithms or whatever it may be to just, like, keep the momentum going. Like, you're discouraged, but then it's, you may get something. So,
I think that the way that you feel about strip clubs is the way that I feel about casinos.
And the way that I feel about strip clubs is also the way I feel about casinos.
That's
So
interesting.
I think that maybe the fact that this has to do with sports
maybe
is
it's
what maybe draws
I
me
will
in.
say,
for sure.
It's been
For
years
sure.
since I've gone to a casino, so if I went again, it probably would be different. Because I was like 20 at the time. No, I was older. I was like 22. So we'll see.
You was there yesterday.
I was not there yesterday.
Yeah, it's not for me.
No, because I was over 21. But yeah, I loved it. When I went, I loved it. But I haven't been to
Yeah. I mean, my dad goes to the casino like once a week.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He drives to Maryland Live, like by my house.
Wow.
Because that's just his spot. That's like where he wins at. Goes there once a week. Plays poker.
He wins.
Sometimes.
Oh, poker's a bit better. I get that. Because I know someone that plays professional poker. Like if you're good, you can win.
Yeah.
Right. It's not
control.
the penny slots. It's not the
not just
roulette table.
Oh, the roulette table was cool too.
Yeah. See. Yeah.
I would just used to make up things because I don't really know anything about casinos. So I just used to go there and just say something that made sense in my mind. And but the thing is, I had the best luck because I never lost more than $10. I'd either make my money back or like win a few hundred.
I wouldn't mind learning how to play poker though. Like I could see myself, in like if I go to a casino, I would want to play something like poker.
Yeah, for sure.
Or blackjack or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I need something with like some art to it. Like I need to know, like it's not just completely up to luck.
Yeah.
It's just not. I
would like to learn those things.
Don't let a nigga put spades in the casino. I'll be
Why
there.
is that?
Wait, do they not have spades?
I don't think
Like,
so.
in casino?
I don't think that's a thing.
Maybe. I don't think so.
You know how to play spades?
No, I do not.
Is not having spades in a casino racist?
What is the idea behind spades? I don't know how to play spades.
No one's ever asked me that question before. I just know how to play it.
Yeah.
But it's you just want to get books. Like everybody throws out a card and whoever's, card is of the highest value, they take that book. It's usually, whoever you're sitting across from is on your team. So there's a lot of like body language and eye communication that has to be used because you don't want your partner. Like if you know that your card is going to win the book, you don't want your partner to throw out something that's better than your card because then you're taking a book away from your partner. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot. It's a game. It's a lot. It's a lot. I don't know. I don't know how to fucking play the game.
Oh, really?
Not at all.
Oh.
Like I wouldn't even know where to start.
Interesting.
Yeah, I played gestures with my family growing up.
Maya and RJ played this game, right? I remember them.
Yeah, they all play. Yeah, everyone plays it. Duty plays it. Mikey plays it. Keion plays it. I'm the only one that doesn't play it.
That's funny.
I played gestures. I played chess. Not very good at it. Keion beat me at the game of chess.
Is that so?
Because this is what he's leaning on the microphone to say.
You look like a molester, right?
Yeah. He beat me at a game of chess. I do want to start playing chess more. I've just started watching Magnus Carlsen, who's just like the top.
Beethoven
he's
of chess?
Mozart, but yes, he's just like the best chess player ever. It's watching him is beautiful. Like if you know what chess looks like,
I have no idea what chess is supposed to look like. I've watched the Queen's Gambit, but that is not.
I don't know. I probably haven't played chess since 202.
Yeah, man, it's a really fun game, but it's so complicated. And even listening to this guy Magnus talk about what's going on a chessboard when he's playing is just fascinating because he's played so many fucking matches in his day. I mean, it's probably an innumerable, completely amount of matches.
His name is Magnus.
His name is Magnus.
That's an awesome
Come on.
It is.
That's a chess name.
Yeah. I mean, he was like a prodigy at like the age of like 7 or 8. Like he was beating grown men, like when he was like a child. He's played so many matches. And this is something that is applicable to just being a master at anything, is how much do you rely, and I haven't gotten to this book, Uzima told me to read this book, my Congolese friend, Blink by Malcolm Gladwell is one that I haven't gotten around to.
I've seen it.
Supposedly Blink is about it's about intuition, people relying on their intuition. And when you do something a million times, you can start to rely on your intuition as opposed to like hard calculation about a situation you're in. And the question is sort of, when do you get too cocky and you rely on solely your intuition to do something? But when you listen to Magnus talk about chess, there's a lot of intuition involved because he has seen patterns for so long. He kind of he's not hard calculating the chessboard and like how the pieces are moving. It's more so of an intuition. Like he's seeing the pieces move and he has just seen patterns so many times. He just kind of knows where to put pieces. That's crazy. Just where to move them in contrast or in comparison to where the other person put theirs. Like he's just like moving pieces around. And it's not until a certain point in the game, like more mid game, where he has to do like hard calculations of like what is to go next. And, all they're like trying to think 3 or 4 moves ahead. And when you're about to start having exchanges or, like start swapping pieces with someone else. Like when there's a moment where we're probably about to swap, like we're at a very, contentious moment in the game. And the next few moves, we're probably going to swap like 4 different pieces. We're probably going to take away like 3 or 4 of each other's pieces, trying to see that 4 or 5 moves ahead and know where it all leaves the board when you're done with that. Like, and you just hear him talking about these calculations, but then again, the balance between that and just intuition. And I think that that's a very fascinating thing to do something so many times that it's just hard written into your hard drive. And it's just like, it's just a part of you. Yeah. Like you just have a completely different sight. Like you can see things that other people just couldn't even fathom and move at lightning speed doing it too. Cause they're all playing speed chess.
That's the craziest part. Just doop.
Boom. Yeah. It's like, it's crazy.
That's the craziest part.
So I've been really,
I need about 4 minutes to decide what my next move is going to be.
You can't move like that. That's going to be a long match if you need 4 minutes between every single move.
That's crazy.
But that is something I want to play more. I do want to play chess more. Not spades. I don't want to go to the casino, but I do want to play more chess.
You don't got to disrespect spades. Just because, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no. I mean, that's probably fun. It seems like it's a fun, like, co-op.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of, a lot of mental going on there when you're playing spades. Because it's like you got to damn near know what your partner has in their deck without seeing it.
You're saying that like chess players burn wild calories during their chess matches because of the amount of mental strain
no way
placed on them. Like they're working so hard.
You know what's interesting?
For such a small amount of time, like they burn like a lot of calories.
You know what's interesting about that? I think it kind of reminds me of like, now I'm not comparing the two, but it reminds me of like when I'm DJing, like when I DJ and I'm also drinking, like all the mental things that are going on while I'm doing that, by the end of the night, I'm sober. Like it's all gone.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You're working through it.
Like you've worked through it. Like you've sobered yourself up through just intense work.
Yeah. That's what you said reminds me of.
I can see that.
Yeah, when are you getting these new speakers?
Soon. Soon. One day.
She's decided to ask you about speakers.
I just want to make sure that you're providing people with quality service.
Yeah. No, I definitely want to do that. But soon.
All right. Is there anything else anyone needs to say?
No.
I'm good, man.
I'm glad we all came together to do this.
Nice.
This
I
is great.
feel very honored. Thank you for having me.
This was great.
This is very relaxed. I thank all of you.
Thank you very much.
And I thank all the people for listening as always.
Thank you for your time.
Episode 146.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Peace. We love you.